So, if you've ever had the experience of having friendships or relationships in general, and you are the person that sabotages the relationships, maybe you have a big blow up, you pick a fight, you do something that fractures the relationship and breaks it apart. If you are that person, this video is for you because I'm going to explain to you what's going on that causes that to happen. Now, you might have experienced having these relationships, everything's smooth and calm, and then a big fight happens. You say something, maybe you take something in the wrong way and you blow up. And then you end up moving away from the person that you're in a relationship with, only to find yourself the next day sending a bunch of texts, apologizing, doing whatever you can to repair the relationship. So you experience a lot of highs and lows in your relationships. This could be romantic, this could be platonic. What ends up happening for these individuals is chances are they grew up in a chaotic environment when they were younger. When you're young and you're born, your brain is still developing, and it's developing in response to how your caregivers treat you, what your environment is like. And your subconscious and unconscious mind are probably make up about 93% of your mind. 7% is your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is right behind your forehead. This is your prefrontal cortex. It is your logical thinking mind. It's the part of your mind that goes, hey, you know what? If I overreact to this and start this fight, there's going to be consequences to that, and I'm probably going to lose this relationship, right? That part of your brain is not online when you're a little kid. Okay. The part of your brain that's online when you're a little kid is the survival brain. This is your creature neurology. This is the part of your brain that goes, the only job I have is to keep this little baby alive. I got to keep this human alive. And I will do whatever I can to keep this human alive. Your subconscious mind and unconscious mind do this in a couple of ways. One way is it will have you be like your tribe. If you are like the tribe will want you around and it'll keep you safe. Okay. So if you grow up in a chaotic environment where mom and dad are fighting all the time, or maybe there's a parent who's an addict or has mental illness and is unstable in some way, right? There's a lot of highs and lows in the household. Your mind goes, your subconscious mind goes, in order to be like the tribe, I too need to be up and down. I too need to be chaotic, right? That's how we fit in. The other thing that happens is because your brain, your mind is still developing when you're little, it goes, you know what? Chaos is survivable. Highs and lows are survivable. And that gets coded into your subconscious mind. So fast forward to being an adult. You're out of that household, but now you're an adult making your own relationships, having your own friendships. And you're like, why do I keep sabotaging this, Jess? Why do I keep picking fights with my friends? Why do I keep having these blowups only to find myself texting them the next day, apologizing profusely? You want to know why? That's because chaos is survivable to your subconscious mind. It's what it grew up with. It's what it knows. The number one job of your subconscious mind is to keep you alive. That's it. If it doesn't do that, you don't live. It doesn't have a job. And it does that by having you repeat what you know. The thing is, people will keep repeating the same unwanted patterns, whether it's in their romantic relationships, their friendships, maybe they're sabotaging their business, maybe they're sabotaging their health. They're all doing this because their subconscious mind feels the safest in this area, right? It feels the safest getting into fights with their partners. Now, something I want to add here is that there's a particular attachment style. It's called the fearful avoidant attachment style. If you're interested in learning more about this, I will leave a video up here that you can check out. With this particular attachment style, these little ones grow up in homes that are very chaotic. They're probably more likely to sabotage their friendships and relationships by picking fights and having these blowups. That doesn't mean that it can't change. All of this is revisable. I think when you get the right help, you can change all of this. I'm living and walking proof of this. I've changed. That's why I do what I do, because this stuff works. And so with this attachment style, they can unconsciously pick fights because chaos is what feels safe to their nervous system. Chances with a fearful avoidant, they tend to have a primary caregiver that was like outright dangerous. And so within their mind, there's this push-pull dynamic when it comes to love and relationships, right? It's like the part of their brain that says, oh, go towards mom. Let's say mom's the one who's unstable. Go towards mom. She's going to keep us safe and protect us. But then there's also the part of their brain that's telling them like, no, mom is crazy and dangerous. So we have the attachment centers and the survival centers like battling it out. And one wants to get close to mom and the other one's like pull away from mom. So with the fearful avoidant, they have this push-pull dynamic in their relationships. So if you feel like that's you, go ahead and check out that video so you can get more details on that. And that can be contributing to you sabotaging your relationships, especially your friendships. But I don't want you to think it's all doom and gloom. All of this is revisable. The brain is always changing. This is the whole concept behind neuroplasticity. Neurons that fire together, wire together. This is what I do. When you have the right help, things can change. You can break these patterns. I once worked with a client and she said to me, I keep picking fights with my partner. And what we uncovered is that below the surface, she had learned that if I pick a fight with my partner and we part ways and then he comes back, that's how I know he loves me. And so her subconscious mind had created this behavior as a way for her to know that she's loved and that her partner cares about her. But the downside of all of this is that it takes a toll on our health, right? If you're the person picking all the fights, it takes a toll on your health to experience these ups and downs. It takes a toll on your partner's health, your friend's health. Like it's exhausting after a while and it's energetically draining. You don't want to go through it, even though a part of you does. It's exhausting. So when you get the right help, you can change this deep within your subconscious and unconscious mind and allow the subconscious mind to feel safe with peace and calm. Allow it to feel safe with being loved and not having to do it in this unconscious way to know that you're loved through fighting and your partner coming back. I hope this video provides you with the insight that you're looking for. I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with your brain. It's actually working perfectly as designed. We got to look at it like, you know how we update our phone, our iPhone or our Android device with a new software update? The software update that we got when we were 3 isn't working for us as a 30, 40, 50-year-old woman anymore, right? It's sabotaging our experience in life. What I do is I give you a software update in your mind so that you can run more efficiently, right? When we update our iPhone, when we update our Android device, the apps run more smoothly. Everything's more efficient. You know, if you're running the original software, like what your phone originally came on, but you have the latest model, right? Apps are going to crash. Your phone's going to freeze. You're going to have to restart your phone all the time. And that's what we're experiencing when we self-sabotage. We just got to update the operating system and our subconscious mind. Once you do that, things will run smoothly. You won't sabotage your relationships and life can be the way you want it to be. If you're interested in working together, I'm going to leave a link in the description below for a complimentary 15-minute Zoom call with me. And if you liked this video, chances are you're going to like this video here.